Hi viewers. Right now I don't even know my head from my tail. I am nervous. I am reckless. I'm a wreck, y'all. Right now I am. I'm leaving the house right now because I had to come back and check on my children, making sure they're okay. Today is Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. Yesterday I got, what happened yesterday? Help me to remember, Lord. I cannot remember what happened yesterday. Friday, calm down this year, Friday. Calm down. Anyway, we did what we had to do Friday. I do not remember what we did Friday. I need you to get out of my way. I have to go. Thank you. FedEx is in my way. Blocking the street. Oh. I'm sorry. I have an emergency. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Have a good one. What did we do Friday? Oh, Friday was a chill day. Friday, Craig cooked. You know, the kids. Cannot even think straight, y'all. Anyway, Friday, everything was good. Craig cooked, you know, we all chilled. I had my therapy session. I came back. We prepped for Sabbath. Friday night, I had showered, like around 10-ish. I laid in the bed, about to, you know, go to sleep, like around 11 o'clock. I noticed when I went upstairs to take my shower, Craig was spread out on the bed. And I was like, damn. That's why I said to myself, I was like, Craig will never spread out in the bed like that, you know? Unless he's tired, but he slept earlier during the day. Like, he took a little nap. And, so I just, you know, left it alone. I got in the, after I showered, I got in the bed and everything. It was like 10:30-ish, 11 o'clock-ish. He kept twisting and turning in the bed. So I didn't say anything, you know. I guess I just put it so he was restless. He just couldn't sleep. He had stuff on his mind. I drifted off to sleep like around 11 something. I do not remember when. But Christina woke me up and she said, Mom, Dad called me. He's in the basement. He's not feeling too well. And he said he's experiencing some pain. So I was like, you know, I had just drifted off into my good deep sleep. So I jumped out the bed and I walked downstairs, just trying to get myself together. I walked downstairs and he could hardly move. You know, he was just complaining about pain. Craig never complains about pain. I mean, unless, you know, if it's, I mean, yeah, he does, but he was saying it was in his back, in his stomach. And then, I was like, okay. I said, well, I have to take it to the emergency room because I think you got kidney stones, you know? He was like, you think it's kidney stones? I was like, yeah. So he was in the classroom. So we came upstairs. He was at the bottom of the stairs. I came upstairs first. He was like, babe, help me. I can't do it. I said, okay, sure. So I went back downstairs. I helped him up the stairs. We went in the room. I told him to put his clothes on, get ready. I was just trying to get my thoughts together. I went in the back hall to the kids' hallway, and I told him, I said, I'm taking Dad to the emergency room. This was like around midnight now. I said, I'm taking Daddy to the emergency room, and Miss Spicy, Kristen, starts crying. I'm like, girl, you said you were spicy, remember? And, help me, God. You promised me, Lord. You promised me. So I said, you can't start crying, Spicy. You know, I was like, oh, come on now. You can't cry. I said, just pray for daddy. Everything will be okay. And we get in the car. We're on our way to the emergency room. Craig says, I feel like throwing up. Okay. I left the kids at home. Craig said, I feel like throwing up. It was good I left the kids at home because, you know, with emergencies, you don't know what's going to happen or whatnot. So it was best that the kids stay at home. You know, we made an executive decision that the kids should stay at home. And we're on our way to the emergency room, and Craig is like, babe, I have to throw up. I said, you gotta throw up. Craig never throw up, y'all. Like, for real, never throws up. So I was like, all right. So I abruptly stopped in the middle of the road, y'all. And thankfully, it was pitch black. It was dark. There was nobody on the road. It was a back road. Very pitch, you know, dark. Jet black, dark. Only my lights you could see. So he was like, babe, keep on pulling over. I was like, no. I put my hazards lights on. I grabbed some bags out the console and I handed it to him. And I said, all right, take the bags, get in the car and put your face in the bag and vomit. And I said, shut the door. And we proceeded on to the emergency room and he threw up in the bag. We get to the emergency room. We had to wait for like hours, y'all, hours. My husband is sitting in the emergency room complaining. You know, talking about, not in a bad way, but talking about his back. He couldn't even take the pain, you know. He was sweating. It took his blood pressure. His blood pressure was 202/198. That shit was fucking high. And that's when I started to get pissed off because you're working on your fucking weight. You've been promising me for years. You've been promising me for years. I've been talking about your fucking weight. We finally get in, and the doctor came in. He was like, it's high blood pressure, and we spent the night there. Yo, I have not slept. Well, I got like an hour or two of sleep, and that's not even a good sleep. That's not even like a good amount of sleep. So they said he got something, some trichomoniasis, some name the doctor called, and I asked him to give me a printout so I can read about it. And they were like, yeah, we'll give the printout. The doctor came back in the room to give Craig medication to subside the pain. That worked for a bit. The morning, they took him upstairs in the room, to the room that he was going to be staying in. And I slept for 2 hours. I noticed that, you know, he was stable, but he was complaining about pain a little bit. He was like, you know, the pain is coming back. So the kids are alone, and I can't leave my children alone for that long period of time. Overnight, yes, but not for that amount of time. So I said, let me go check on the kids. I'll be back just to make sure they're okay. My children are very mature for their ages. Christopher, he was like, Mom, we're good. I was like, all right, I just gonna come check on y'all. I checked on the kids. I took a shower, I grabbed me a sandwich. I didn't feel like eating anything, but I just had to put something in my system so I don't fucking pass out in the people's hospital. Okay? I'm fucking shaking, bruh. On my way to the house, I called Craig just to tell him I had made it home and to check on him. And he says they're taking their he was in an intermediate care unit, but they said they were transferring him to ICU, intensive care unit. So I spoke to the nurse. I said, okay, Chloe, tell me what's going on. Is it that serious? Is it that bad? She said, no, they just need to, she said no. All she said was, no, they just need to keep an eye on him more at ICU rather than the intermediate care unit. So I said, okay. I showered and everything. I kissed the kids. I told them I'll come and get them in the morning so they can see Dad. Right now it's late because driving back and forth is like half an hour from where we are. Right now I took them to a different hospital a little further out because it's a little better. Not a little, but it's a lot better than the one we have closer to us. It's the one that I went to when I was suffering from hypertension, when my blood pressure was high. So I'm lightheaded right now, yo. I'm going through a lot of fucking shit right now. I'm going through a lot of shit. Hold it together. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Get it together. And so right now I'm trying to rush back to my husband. I told him he better stay the fuck alive when I get there. So I'm on my way there. I don't even know if the camera is recording. I just push record and I'm driving so I don't forget. I have a headache. I'm lightheaded. I need rest. The people that I'm concerned about the most right now are my children. Let me just tell y'all, I already given up on Craig a long ass time ago when it came to his weight. It's not my motherfucking battle. It's not my battle. It's his battle. Woo. I'll keep you updated.